And Narahari says, by my touch, after all, I had to touch him. I pulled off his intestines. He fought with me. I also fought with him. I gave him special privilege and recognition to fight to his heart's content. Now by this, he is already purified. All this, the 7-year-old boy stands there with folded hands, witnessing the whole event. My dear souls, every one of you must have a child like Prahlada. Even if you don't want, this Swamiji wants it. I am wondering whether any one of you has thought in your life, I must have a child like Prahlada. At least from today onwards, many of my viewers must start feeling and speaking to each other that we must have a child like Prahlada. That is what we want. Not one, hundreds, thousands, and even lakhs of Prahladas we must have. Then only this wonderful country, India, will have a better future, a glorious future. Tvamcha mamcha smaran kale karma bandhat pramuchyade. They will certainly be liberated by this kind of a narration, this kind of an exposition, this kind of a remembrance, this kind of an internal or inner intimacy with the whole episode. Yayetat kirtayen mahyam tvaya gitamidam naraha Tvam chamam jasmaran kale karma bandhat pramuchyade. Prahlada uvaja varam varayedatte varadeshan maheshwara yad anindad pida me tvam avidwan teja aishwaram. You told me about taking a boon. This is what I have to submit. I have already said that there should be no desire sprouting in my heart. The episode is not over. You are seated on the throne and my father's body is there lying on the ground. As a son, I am feeling that my father is no more there. Whatever cruelty he did, whatever enmity he felt, all that has become a story of the past. Now I am surviving. I am a humble devotee of yours. I have got some ties of blood, some fondness of it. So for that blood affection, I am telling you, Yad anindad pitame tvam. My father condemned you, ridiculed you, wanted to fight with you, wanted to exterminate you in his wild imagination. Tvam avidwan teja aishwaram, not knowing how spiritually glorious, sovereign you are. Viddhamarshashayas sakshat sarvaloka gurum prabhum bhratrheti mrishadrishtihi twadbhakte mayicha aghavan. Two are the mistakes, two are the errors, the atrocities my father did. What is that? Viddhamarshashayah. He had a brother, Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was slain by you. The moment he heard about it, suddenly his mind was inflamed. He started developing, growing an utter hatred for you. Sarvaloka gurum prabhum. Actually, there is a difference between somebody dying in a normal encounter, another person willfully or intentionally destroyed by the very creator and sustainer of the world. My father did not care to think the difference about the two. He suddenly picked up an enmity. Towards whom? Sarvaloka gurum prabhum. Are you following my words? Understanding this? Sarvaloka gurum prabhum. Actually, you are so great and so uniformly a father of all. You are there to bless my father also, but he did not know about it. Sarvaloka gurum prabhum. You are the supreme Lord and teacher of whole universe. Bhratrheti mrishadrishtihi. Bhratrheti. You killed my brother. You killed my brother. He killed my brother. Therefore, he deserves to be killed by me. This kind of a reciprocal thought he had. Mrishadrishtihi. Actually, he should have thought more about it. Who killed my brother? And what for did he kill? Where is he and what am I? Is he an ordinary man of the earth? Can I pick up enmity towards him? Or there are some higher and deeper considerations? None of these things he took up. Bhratrheti mrishadrishtihi. This is one crime, moral crime. Another crime, twadbhakte mayicha aghavan. I am a humble and a simple devotee of you, Lord Hari. I never hated my father. I have never done any injustice to my mother. My teachers were constantly punishing me, but I never spoke a word of resentment. I never spoke anything to my father also. The only mistake, if at all, I have done is, I am devoted to you, the Supreme Lord. Actually, my father also should have been devoted to you, but he was not. So there was so much of conflict in his mind, so far as his faith and his desire is concerned, and my stand goes. So what did he do? Tvat bhakte, in your devotee, namely myself, cha aghavan. He did a lot of sin. What is this? He engaged so many people to destroy me and kill me, and all kinds of torture were inflicted on me. No father would ever do it. After all, I am a son of his, blood son, loyal son of his. Even then, he did all this. For these two crimes, tasmat pita me puyeda durantad dustarad aghad. See, after all, only such words will come only in the divine and spiritual context by spiritual thinkers. Therefore, on his behalf, I humbly tell you, my dear Lord, me pita puyeda. My father should be purified, should be absolved. All the tendencies that he had in his mind in the way of sin, crime, etc., everything should vanish. Durantad, dustarad, aghad. Duranta. This is not a happy termination of his life. This is something very, very bad, ignoble. Dustarad. The sin is something so powerful and so voluminous, so extensive that he cannot overcome it. From that plight, he should be liberated. Puyeta. Pudaste abanga sandrishtaha tada kripanavatsala. You are, after all, very merciful, very compassionate, very kind to even the worst of people. The worst of sinners also you are very kind. Pudaste abanga sandrishtaha tada kripanavatsala. Please cast that merciful eye, merciful gaze on him and let him be purified. When he heard it, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, see what he says. All these are values of Srimad Bhagavatam. Values of Srimad Bhagavatam. There may be occasions, though very rare, I wish no such occasion should be there, where you may have to feel your father or mother is extremely cruel and unkind towards you. It may be. But even then, as a son, you should never have a reciprocal cruelty or inexcusing temper towards the father or the mother. You should stand on your own filial affections, as Prahlada did. That is very important. A father's misbehavior is no responsibility of yours. A mother's wickedness, it is no part of your life. After all, we are born. They have given us a life. And with the body, with the mind, with the eyes, with the ears, etc., gifted by them, we are finding fault with them. So whatever they have given us, with that we are seeing and understanding. So whatever crime you feel in your father, avoid it in your life. Whatever injustice or lack you find in your mother, avoid it in your life. Do not inflict them on your children or others. That is the safeguard that you can make. We require a Rama to teach us goodness. We require equally a Ravana to teach us what is bad and how bad should be shunned. Ravana did not shun it, so he had a miserable end. You should not be like Ravana. This is the first lesson we have from Ramayana. And whatever Rama was, to copy him, to emulate him, that is the second part. You may not be able to do it, I would like you to do it. So, Narahari answers him, Trisaptabhihi pida budaha pitrabhihi sahate nagha yat sadho asya grihe jado bhavan vai kulapavanaha. A great pronouncement. He says, Trisaptabhihi pida budaha pitrabhihi sahate anagha. Not only your father, my dear child, 3 times 7, that is 21 generations stand purified now. 21 generations of your lineage. Start from the father. 21 generations stand purified. So not only your father, Pidrubihi Saha, even all the departed souls, 20 generations earlier, have all been, Te Anagha, O sinless person, Putaha, they stand purified. What is the reason? Yat sadho asya grihe jado, yat sadho asya grihe jado. My dear noble soul, it is in his life, in his family lineage that you have been born. And who are you? Kula Pavanaha. Your very birth is to purify your family and lineage. The very fact that a son like you, he gave birth to, that is more than sufficient to purify himself and also 20 generations earlier. That means altogether 21 generations. My dear soul, when I told you that you must have a son like Prahlada, what do I mean? I mean that 21 generations of your life, earlier as well as later, should be purified. Now, what is the type of children that you want? A child who will go to America, will become employed in World Bank or United Nations. This is your maximum thought. Cast aside all that. Have such children who will be a bounty, who will be a gift and a blessing, not only for your generation, many generations earlier and later. Trisaptabhihi pidabhudaha Pidrubihi sahate nagha yat sadhosya grihe jato bhavan vai kulapavanaha. Narahari has not stopped. He continues to say how great and glorious is Prahlada and his life and birth. Yatra yatra jamadbhaktaha prashantas samadarshinaha sadhavas samudacharaha te puyandyapi kikataha. You know, Narahari makes it clear for all people to know, imbibe from, and also feel enriched by, for all the generations. This Bhagavata was written, the present book, as I told you, 1400 years back, somewhere in the south, it has been written. Now, the content and the message of Srimad Bhagavatam was there right from the Vedic times. So, how many years, millennia have passed, and how many millennia will it again survive? So he says, Yatra yatra jamadbhaktaha prashantaha samadarshinaha. Wherever my devotees are there. Who are my devotees? Prashantaha. With their mind calm and quiescent. Very peaceful and placid. Because they have no tension caused by desires. No agitation at all. The mind is very placid and peaceful. Samadarshinaha. Who are able to see me everywhere. Samadarshina is what? Seeing the Supreme Lord, seeing the Supreme Truth, Brahman, everywhere, in the high and in the low, in the atom as well as in the kataha, in the mountain, inside as well as outside, in the subtle as well as in the gross. Sadhavaha, by so doing, they have become very noble and benign. Samudacharaha, they are given to very praiseworthy, benevolent ways. Puyandyapi kikataha. They purify even the degraded people, the barbarous people, the tribals. Everybody is purified by their presence, by their interactions. Sarvatmana nahim sandhi bhutagrameshu kinchana uchchavacheshu daityendra madbhavena gataspraha. Narahari himself is describing the nature of his lofty devotees. Sarvatmana nahim sandhi Bhutagrameshu kinchana uchchavacheshu daityendra. Narahari is calling Prahlada as Daityendra. He had already become the Indra of the Daityas. Hiranyakashipu is slain. He is the young boy. He has to sit on the throne and rule the kingdom. He is blessed for that, equipped for that. And he himself calls him Daityendra. You know, when your children grow and they become an adult, you have to acknowledge and recognize their adulthood. Don't talk to them in the manner in which you were talking earlier. As children, you must have chided them. You must have spoken to them in a very special manner. Now, the moment they have grown up, you should recognize you are a grown-up person, an adult, and talk to them in such terms, with such attitudes and behavior. So he says, Daityendra. Sarvatmana na himsandi bhutagrameshu uchavacheshu madbhavena gatasprahaha. The more and more you start feeling inspired by, enlightened by, imbued by God, then automatically all your desires vanish. Only when you have desire, there is a question of doing any harm, crime or sin. When there is no desire, the question of sin doesn't arise at all. Mad bhavena gatasprahaha. Suppose you start keeping God in your heart. God is blissful. God is allful. God is beautiful. God is absolute immaculateness. When such a God is present in your heart, you will not feel like harming anybody at all. So he says, Sarvatmana. They develop a Sarvatma Bhava. They find the self is universally present, not alone in them. As it is present in them, it is equally present in the others. That universality grows in them and they never do any harm to anybody. Na himsanti bhutagrameshu uchavajeshu. The beings are an assortment. There is that hissing cobra, that cat pouncing upon the rat. That is the nature of the world. Look at both. You have nothing to do much about it. Rat is not a domestic animal. Why are you worried about it? The cat is pouncing upon some other animal. What is there for you? You don't get hold of a rat and give it to the cat. That you need not do. So, uchavacheshu bhuteshu, bhutagrameshu. So, the entire nature abounds in various kinds of emotions. Contradictions alone will be there. Looking at all of them with a Sarvatma Bhava, you remain innocent and unaffected. Mad bhavena gatasprahaha na himsanti. They will never do any kind of a harm. Bhavanti purusha loke mad bhaktas tvam anuvrataha bhavan me khalu bhaktanam sarvesham pratirupadhrug. We have heard about Dasharatha wanting to crown, anoint Sri Rama as the Yuvaraja. It was not possible and Dasharatha breathed his last. Now here he says, Bhavan me khalu bhaktanam sarvesham pratirubhadhrug. After the encounter with Hiranyakashipu, after listening to the praise, further submissions, etc., Narahari is about to depart, but he pronounces the last pronouncements here. Bhavanti purusha loke madbhaktas tvam anuvrataha. In this world of mine, my dear son, listen. There will be so many people, madbhaktaha tvam anuvrataha, who are going to emulate you, follow you, copy whatever you have done. For them you are going to be the model as well as example. Bhavan me khalu bhaktanam sarvesham. What a great certificate and anointment is it. You are indeed of all my devotees, prati rupa dhrig. You are the exemplary devotee for all my devotees in this world. Can you imagine? This is the Prahlada I am talking about. How fortunate are you to be able to and to have a mind to listen to this narration, to see this narration, to see it in the channel. How fortunate are you? Can you imagine your fortune? It is not like reading a newspaper or a novel or witnessing something else like wrestling competition. This is entirely different. Bhavanti purusha loke madbhaktas tvam anuvrataha bhavan me khalu bhaktanam sarvesham pratirupadhrug. Of all my devotees in creation, you are the one model whom all of them will look to for inspiration, guidance and emulation. Kurutvam predakaryani piduhu putasya sarvashaha madangas parshanena anga lokan yasyadi suprajaha. You are wondering about what is going to be the plight of your father, having himself fostered utter cruelty and enmity and competition with me. Don't worry about it. All that is over. After all, cruelty directed towards me becomes a worship. Hatred directed towards me becomes a puja. It is not like hating the creation. The Creator when hated, it will not have a hateful effect. Everything is good. Kurutvam Predakaryani Piduhu Pudasya Sarvashaha. Sarvashaha Pudasya Piduhu Predakaryani Tvam Kuru. You perform the post-death ceremonies for your father. And while doing so, understand very clearly, your father has already been purified. And so far as the outcome he is going to get, the cruelty and enmity were all there. All that is over. It is only upon the earth. So far as his jiva is concerned, Madanga Sparshanenanga, Madanga Sparshanenanga. I have touched him. I have put him on my thigh. I have handled him with my nails. I have pulled his intestines. And I have put it on my neck as a garland. Who has got this kind of an intimacy with me, even physically? Because of this Angas Parsha, Suprajaha Lokan Yasyadi. Having had a son like you, very fortunate, the most noble, exemplary devotee, he will attain the best of worlds above, as the most fortunate soul. Kurutvam Predakaryani Piduh Pudasya Sarvashaha Madangas Parshanenanga Lokan Yasyasi Suprajaha Pitryam Chastanamadishta Yathoktam Brahmavadipihi Mayaveshya Manastada Kuru Karmani Madparaha. The last statement Narahari makes. Pitryam cha Stanamadishta. After your father was slain, I took his seat. And this is the seat that you are going to occupy now. It belongs to your father. It doesn't belong to me. I came here as some kind of an intermediary, that's all. My role is very intermediate. It's all over. I had to save you because he was about to kill you. Suppose he had killed you also, how much would have been the sin that he would have incurred? Now I wanted to save him as well as you. So I suddenly appeared in a manner whereby I could circumvent all the boons that Brahma had showered on me. That is why I became a man-lion. So my descending in this manner is only for a very significant purpose, but for a short while. Pitryam Chastanamadishta. This throne, this seat belongs to you. You sit on it. Yathoktam Brahmavadipihi. And your assumption of this throne should be accompanied by all Vedic rituals and ceremonies. And all the knowers of Vedas, the Vedavids, they will have to come, officiate over the ceremony. Bring all the holy waters possible from the earth. Let us have as much of austerity as possible. Be under the full direction of knowledgeable people in the matter of assuming the throne. What all rituals will be performed, how it will be performed, how many days it will be there. All these should be according to the Vedic and scholarly prescription. I am not going to be here. So far as you are concerned, what do I want you to do? Mai aveshya manastada kuru karmani madparaha. Whether you sit on the throne, rule the kingdom, you become an emperor, whatever it may be, understand. Mai aveshya manastada. Your mind should be totally riveted to me. Unflinchingly, you should be fixing your mind in me. Kuru karmani matparaha. Being devoted me, holding me to be the supreme, the most high, the ultimate, the primordial. Do everything in this world. Nothing will affect you.